Pod in the City is a Sex in the City podcast and thus contains adult themes and explicit content. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, welcome to Pod in the City. I'm Amanda.
And I'm John.
We're two besties who bonded over Sex in the City in college.
And now, 20 years later, we're reliving it like it's our very first time. And just like that, Season 1, Episode 2, Little Black Dress. Miranda and Charlotte come to Carrie's aid, proving what good friends are for. Anthony and Stanford vow to let go of their petty arguments. And this horrible recap done by Google is glazing over the fact that basically this is Big's funeral episode.
That's all you need to say.
It?
Really, all you need to say.
What else do I need to really? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, hi everyone. Welcome.
Hi guys.
Welcome to Pod in the City again.
And
I'm
just
John,
like that,
Miranda.
we're into, and just like that, and we're going through a whole learning curve with all of this YouTube and then the videos on Patreon. But you guys, we decided we're gonna do little 10 minute
working out the
things.
Format here. I think so. What happened last time? We'll give you a rundown. We're dumb, so we just
talk around it a bit.
We recorded, and we played things.
Yeah,
references. Now, I do believe that there is something like called fair use or something. If you are using something to something, I think it's okay. But YouTube didn't love what was going on. YouTube wasn't liking it. And they decided to fuck our video all the way up. Oopsie. Oh, wait. It's the first 7 seconds, right? Anyway, I already said the F word.
Good. We're good.
God,
I can't imagine anyone's jumping in.
Y'all. And so basically what I'm trying to get at is for the first 10, 15 minutes of our episodes where there will be no video involved or there's nothing involved. It'll just be us talking. Then at that moment, if you would like, you can hop on over to, if you'd like, there will be a moment and we'll let you know when that you can hop over to our Patreon and you can totally join for free. Yeah. It's totally free to join.
But it's a safer space over there.
Yes. And you can now, if you're coming over there to be free, a free member, please check yourself and don't fuck with shit. All right. Be nice or I will ban you if you're a free person. So that is our safe space.
The least you could do is give us a 5-star rating and you could subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe on YouTube. Yes. That's all you have to do.
So then over there, you can see the entire videos. Now, these will still be on all the podcast platforms, of course, to listen to. And so you can listen to the whole thing. Trust me, you don't really need to see what's going on. But if you want to get a bird's eye view on Che Diaz and Miranda's moment in this episode where their love flickered.
Okay, listen to this. Speaking of flicking things.
Oh, Lord.
Before I sat down to watch this, I'm like, I want to watch. Oh, because I actually have a couple of things to tell you. I sat down to watch. Yeah, I think you'll be excited. I sat down to watch just the kitchen lovemaking scene.
Why?
Because I just wanted to I just want to see if this is John. It goes on for they let you just live in it, and it's so gross. Ew, I hate it so much. You're gonna hate it.
I'm trying to just lack out at this moment.
Yeah.
It will, though, you know what? That doesn't shock me because this episode followed the same pattern as the first one of long hanging scenes.
I looked at they should. I'm like, I see why he's showing this.
Babe, edit this shit. It's like they filmed it thinking they were going to be 30-minute episodes. And then someone last minute's like, you know what, guys, let's make these 42. So they're like, okay, shit, what are we going to do? oh, I'll just have a moment where no one's talking. They're just standing there after something happens.
What?
It's
It doesn't
insane.
even make sense why. I can see why a network show would do that because then you get more commercials. But it's HBO. Well, I guess they do play commercials on the one with ads, which is the one that I have.
They could have easily made the season 12 episodes. Isn't it 10
minutes? Yeah.
Like, make shorter episodes, more episodes. That would have pleased me much more. I was getting a lot of shades, though, of the first Sex and the City movie in this episode.
Yes. See, I told you this episode's far superior to that pilot.
Now, though, this, because I was getting the shades of the first movie, this looked really bad in comparison. It was very pointless. Nothing was, there was no reason behind anything. Like,
all right, well,
in a funeral.
Anyway, that's pretty much like most of our stuff at the top, our housekeeping, if you will. But just really quickly, let's blast through our other business here. Since we're not going to read crazy sex stories during And Just Like That because it doesn't fit the right energy, but someone had a great idea. I think it was Mary who said, why don't we just tell our like worst, like, you know, middle age stories? It doesn't even have to be like sex. It could be like, I fell down the stairs and shattered my ankle, and now 2.5 years later I still can't walk to the bathroom without it hurting. Give me something like that. So,
or like you pooped your pants in a, you know,
it's gonna be lots of pooping
or
pants,
something like that.
Sure.
We'd love to hear that. So email us at patcpod@gmail.com. Also, follow our Instagram. And if you aren't watching this on YouTube, please go to our YouTube and subscribe. If you are watching this on YouTube, I lost my train of thought there, and you haven't subscribed, please, guys, we're so close. We're trying, our ultimate goal here is 1,000. We're very close to 500. So we're like, help us out,
we're
babes.
getting shit done.
Smash that like too, loves.
And also make sure that you guys tune in Saturday, 4:20. I don't know what time it'll be, but it'll be us, Jody, Nick, Surreality Podcast. It's going to be a bunch of our regulars. So you guys,
it's going to be a lot of people imbibing in the devil's lettuce, and then probably people sitting there like, what?
Yeah, no, we got some ideas, and but you can tune into that. It'll be live, but behind a paywall. So if you're subscribed to our Patreon or me and Jody's Patreon, Love to Hate TV, either way you can watch it.
It is behind the paywall too because of the activities happening. It is a 420 special.
Some people out there, some people that'll be there have actual jobs that like it might affect if like they're.
Well, I mean, I have an actual job too.
Yeah, so but you don't have like a 9 to 5 with like a boss.
Well, I don't work. Yeah, I'm not a corporate.
Okay, well, that's what I consider.
Luckily.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's that. And then I'd say let's get into really quickly. So let's get into our new news and gossip section because I'm going to tell you a little secret. And then we just have like a little bit of news because And Just Like That is coming back in 2025. So we might actually be able to time it out pretty well. So now news is actually starting to come out.
I'll say I think that was a little loud.
It wasn't on my end.
That might need a volume adjuster.
Back to Canva and do that. I hate you. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Either way, that was mean to click.
Jesus, it double blasted. All right, so the news. I did see this piece of news about Naya, which is so. No, I saw it before that actually. Weirdly,
okay, great. Well, you didn't respond to me when I texted you anyway, so.
In fact, I saw it the day after we recorded, and you basically predicted this would happen. You were like, oh, I think they're going to write her off the show because she doesn't really have anything to do. And there you go.
Wow. Who could have seen that coming?
I was like, damn, Amanda's like a soothsayer. Now, friends, after watching this episode, I was like, I like her character. I don't know how she fits in, but neither does Che Diaz. Che Diaz does not fit in.
Che Diaz makes their way around, Joan.
How about Lisa
Todd Wexley?
Y'all, I have things. I took one still photo of this episode, and baby.
Oh yeah, that yeah. Okay. My other news is that I have a couple guests.
Okay, so actually, we didn't say the real news. Naya isn't coming back, is what we found out, right?
Yeah, right. She's apparently signed on to do a Netflix series of the book Forever by Judy Blume, which is I think not one of the ones that I grew up reading. I was a Judy Blume head, but I don't know that one. But anyway, she signed on to do that, so it just kind of. Oh, it just didn't work out scheduling wise, but I have a feeling that HBO was like, "Oh, darn it!
Go ahead and take that.
You go, girl.
Good job. Good job."
But I can see why Sara Ramirez left. I feel like it hurt Sara Ramirez's like not career necessarily, but maybe just their reputation and the way people viewed them. Because I used to view Sara Ramirez as just like a god. I'm
thinking Sara Ramirez is going to need a few years to rehab what this did to them, honestly. And I'm gonna need a few years to rehab what this did to me.
You know what I'd recommend?
You know what, that right there was I'm sorry to interrupt you and talk over you like I always do, but that what I just said was a better stand-up line than anything Che Diaz has said so far.
You haven't even seen the stand-up stuff, so
Che Diaz thought it would be real cute and funny to make jokes at the funeral she didn't need to come to. Y'all, I was getting heated. And you know what? Watching these episodes, I don't get as heated, but then recounting them here, I'm like, fuck this episode.
Yeah, because when you're in the moment, there's so much going on that you're just like
so much. I'm like, God, let me film it. Let me figure out what I'm seeing. And is that our news? Oh, you were going to tell people we had some guests lined up.
Yeah, we have a couple guests lined up. So for next week.
Drum roll, please. Oh, we have a guest next week?
We do. Well, we'll be recording. Well, yeah. So next week for the episode When in Rome, that episode ends with a full 10-minute Che Diaz comedy special set in a standing theater. Because that's how you record Netflix specials. And in a bar where everyone's standing. And there's a bar behind you, an active bar happening.
I just watched myself, and you know what? In this last 2 weeks, this is going to be mind you guys, we do a YouTube. We do a YouTube live every Monday, and I dogged out Joe. And what I've come to realize is I shortened my name up there to Joe because I basically pull Joe faces all the time. I watched back one of these fucking episodes of Us, and I'm like. I'm doing all these horrible faces. Joe from Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, that's what
Spooky Joe.
Okay. I didn't know where you were going with that.
She makes all those faces.
No, I know. I sent you that you didn't respond to. I sent it to Justine because I'm like, there's no point in even sending this to John. It was two podcasters talking about, and the girl was like, this, her and Schwartz's relationship is my least favorite type of straight friendship where you're doing bits and the comedy is faces. It's face comedy and it's sound effect comedy. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I like that though. Okay, so drum roll. Who's our guest next week?
Okay, so our guest next week is Nick because he does stand up. He took a stand up.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he'll dabble in stand up. So I wanted him to be on that one.
Okay, and I apologize to Nick now for roasting him slightly for doing stand up. That's scary. I
not as bad as improv. Jody took an improv class a few years ago just by herself.
Yeah, trust me. I know improv is pretty fucking bad too. I'll be honest. I would struggle to go to a friend's improv show or a friend's stand-up show because even if your friend is great, there's got to be shit people. Okay.
Well, anyway,
I love you, Nick. Can't wait. Yay!
Our second guest, this one I was actually shocked this person said yes. It's not gonna be that surprising, but
is it Sara Ramirez?
It's yeah, we got Che Diaz. No,
could you imagine?
No, it would. That's not us.
Che Diaz is I'm really struggling right now, so I need
ready to start a fight with us. They would come.
Oh, they would. kill us is what would happen. They would like, I would cry probably. Anyway,
okay.
Go
viral.
I keep interrupting. Sorry, Linda.
It's for the finger banging in the kitchen episode. Ooh. And we got Jody somehow. Even though I'm nervous to ever like even mention anything scheduling wise, because I can always see just the moment of panic like go over her entire body. So I'm like, if you want to, are you able? It's the same week as 420, so it might be a lot. She's like, yeah, I should be able to do that. So it was like fucking sweet.
Yay! Yeah. I did ask her to do it one time, like when I text her.
I think as long as you give people notice, then we're good. But anyway, so that'll be the finger bang episode.
And is that the next, like, that's the 4th episode?
No, that's the 5th episode. So we'll have one between the two.
Okay. Jeez. I'm like, wow.
Okay, let's move on.
That is chef's kiss, baby. Now, friends, are we moving on to the episode?
No, I was going to move on to, because one of my besties.
I have an idea.
What?
Should we save this for the end of the episode where we do our letter?
No, because we have a letter. No, we don't. No, we're not going to read a letter today.
I'm saying, should you do this?
No, because
at the end. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna read excerpts out of this book that Justine gave me, Sex and the City Plot Holes, since she just gave it to me last week for my birthday. We're going to read all of the plot holes for the first season of Sex and the City to line up with each of these episodes, and then we'll be caught up by the time we start season 2. So I have a little graphic for this. Here we go. Fine. It says Sex and the City plot holes. There's like, I can't figure out sound effects. How did you get that sound effect for your John's Movie Corner? What did you type in for that?
I just used, there was some, we'll talk about it later.
All right, here we go.
Linda, sorry, we're already on minute 17.
I even highlighted some of these. So I'm just going to read through the first 2 episodes because there's a couple extra ones here than there are.
Okay.
So for the pilot,
okay.
The pilot entitled Sex and the City. Here's the plot.
Thank you.
Some things to ponder as we head into the series. How does Carrie afford a beautiful Manhattan apartment, regular cafe dining, and 100 pairs of $400 shoes when her only income appears to be writing a weekly column for a newspaper? Why, when in a later episode where Carrie introduces Mr. Big to Samantha, do both of them conveniently forget that in the first episode, Samantha came on to him like a dog on sausage sandwich and he turned her down? Like a dog on a sausage sandwich, sorry. Why is it that in 6 seasons, we only meet 2 other direct family members of the girls, Miranda's sister and Charlotte's brother, and they get a total of 13 minutes of screen time? Finally, how many men do we expect Samantha to have sex with over the course of the series? It's like one of those jelly bean counting competitions without the jelly beans or the jar.
Okay. Are those plot holes?
I think they're I was reading through this and there are better ones, but this is just the pilot. You can't really get any plot holes in the pilot. And then this says, get used to hearing I couldn't help but wonder. The single most overused phrase in the series. It's like Seinfeld's, not that there's anything wrong with that, except without the humor. This person, shots fired at Seinfeld.
This person doesn't like Sex in the City.
No. We actually love Sex in the City, but
we love sex. I love Sex in the City. This person is a hater.
But I'm there for a hater. Come sit by me. And then really quickly, number 2, the second episode, Models and Mortals, your favorite episode with that guy who tapes.
I fucking hate that. Go back and listen to that piece of garbage.
Yeah, he like films women having sex.
If you want to hear me rage out at this piece of crap.
And then this also about like why men only want to date models. I know that some people think it's fun to bitch about women who are super tall, thin, and stunning, but can the models help it? Let them do their jobs. They have to eat too, despite popular opinion. Okay. In the meantime, Carrie finds herself at the apartment of a shallow greaseball named Barclay. I forgot his name was Barclay, who tastelessly shows his collection of explicit videos of himself having sex with the models. Carrie is transfixed. She can't tear herself away and even ask for a cigarette. If a guy I knew started showing me videos featuring himself like that, I'd find it a little gross. And I mean, that's it. That's not really a plot hole, but I mean, it's true. That is, I guess we didn't go into that much, that Carrie was like into it.
We did. We did.
Okay.
We did. That's what I was going to say. We discussed those things better. Hater. Who is this Sex and the City hater?
It's N. Taylor.
A man.
Sounds like a real name. I don't think
I'm sure a man, and they didn't want to put Nathan Taylor because they didn't want people to hate them like I hate them.
All right, well, calm down because this is going to be a recurring segment because I made it graphic. Okay, I think that's it. We're going to get into the episode. Is there any thoughts at the top before we sign off here and move over to Patreon?
I just want y'all to know that this now ends the YouTube experience, and go join us over on our Patreon, patreon.com/podandthecity. And you can just totally join on the free level, and that's where these will be posted.
Yep. And over there this week, we're going to record now.
If you want to pay to see other ones, we're going to do girls.
Yeah, girls. Season 1, episode 5, hard being easy. Yep. That's what's happening this week. So that's it.
I can feel my body shutting down right now, just getting into fight or flight mode for the beginning of this episode. Now it starts. Now, Little Black Dress starts off with something I don't need to see at all. I didn't film any clips of this because I don't need to see a 17-year-old Brady fucking his girlfriend in the bedroom.
Oh my God, dude.
Why?
That goes on for a long time. I don't, again, I never need to see sex scenes. I never need to see it unless it's actually relevant to the story, like she bites his dick off or something.
Tell me how. Now, maybe they're trying to set this up, but Miranda is so pissed at Brady for smoking pot outside, and she's like, he's 17! And she's totally cool with his girlfriend staying over and fucking loud enough that, like, you're in the next room hearing the bed banging against the wall. You're cool? You're cool?
Now, like, I know that there are cool parents out there that are like, I understand that my kids are having sex. They're like 17, 18. But Brady needs to be fucking, like, slapped across the head because, like, honestly, like, that is so disrespectful. Like, I can't imagine anyone thinking that's okay. What a dick.
This is also the millionth time I'll say this, and not the last, but this is not Miranda. Miranda would never let let Brady's girlfriend live there and fuck against the wall
loudly. And this is also to, like, cover your mouth. Like, it is possible to not make noise. You're being performative, bitch.
Oh well, I love being performative.
I do too, but not when I'm living in my parents' house. Would you do that when you were at Kathy's house?
No, I'd be silent.
Right.
Silence. Well, luckily for Miranda and Steve can't hear him anyway. Miranda's like, "Oh, can't you hear that?" And he's like, "What? I can't hear it."
Did you see that C-PAP machine next to him? Just to drive home the point of what a piece of shit Steve is. He's a C-PAP machine and he's deaf.
I think, like, Steve is still aged the best and looks still the most fuckable and hot of pretty much anyone on this whole show. I would fuck Steve down into the ground and everywhere else. He is still fine. Sorry about it. And with the gray hair, loving it.
Now the reason I watched that finger banging scene is because I knew Joe. After I asked Joe, I want to see, like, how this is going to be when we all discuss this. But at the end of that, like, Che just fingers her. That's it. And then after it's done, Miranda goes, I've never felt